is Amy Jo Heebner, and I am from the Governor's Office of General Counsel at the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture, and I am from Dauphin County, which is in Zone 3. I've been an attorney for about 5 years, and I joined the Pennsylvania Bar Association basically the day after I passed the bar. I got a call from a mentor and a friend who said, "Congratulations on passing the bar. Do you want to join the PBA?" And so that was basically when I joined the PBA Young Lawyers Division, and I never looked back. So my PBA involvement really contributed to my confidence, my visibility, and my skills as a young attorney because going into an organization that is comprised of so many accomplished and really well-rounded and brilliant attorneys can sometimes be intimidating for a young attorney to kind of go and meet and interact with all of these individuals, especially if you don't know anybody. But the PBA community is such that it's incredibly welcoming and it's incredibly supportive that it really doesn't feel intimidating to go up to somebody who is really, you know, prominent in the community and have a conversation with them. So that has really helped my confidence because the community really wants to lift up young attorneys. And so knowing that I can maybe have a seat at the table with these individuals has really helped my confidence and my visibility, as a young attorney when I'm just starting out and trying to, get on my feet and get that confidence. It's really important. The advice I would give to a young attorney who is thinking about joining the PBA is that the PBA really offers benefits that you can't get anywhere else. It it's not just, CLEs, it's not just networking, it's really a community of attorneys from across the state in different practice areas. I know that as a government attorney, I practice different areas of law. So I have kind of a government attorney hat, I have a labor and employment hat, and also within the Department of Agriculture, I have this agriculture hat. So being in the PBA, I could take advantage of things like the different committees and sections that I can't really get anywhere else that's specific to the PBA. So that's an incredible benefit where I can interact with attorneys from Pittsburgh, from Philadelphia, who practice in these areas that are really unique to the PBA. So if you're a new lawyer looking to meet other practitioners in your area, and maybe you're like me and you have these really niche areas that you want to meet other experienced practitioners, this is the perfect area. And you really can't get that experience in any other organization but the PBA. So I am a member of various PBA committees and sections. I'm on the Council for the Labor and Employment section. I am a member of the Government Lawyers Committee, and I'm also on the Agricultural Law Committee. And I find such value in the committees and sections. I actually, when I joined the PBA, I wasn't as familiar with the committees and sections. I was mostly focused on the YLD, which is indeed a committee and section, but that was my main focus. When I learned that there were other areas of specific areas of practice, I found them incredibly valuable because they are tailored to whatever area of practice you may find yourself in, and they can range from something very niche like agricultural law, which is something that I'm involved in, to something that is very big, like women in the profession. And to meet and interact with other areas and other practitioners who also are passionate about the areas of law that you are involved in, who have their eyes on the issues that you are also looking at, who are interested in legislative updates that you are also focused on, that has an incredible value to your practice every day. And also, too, it helps, especially as a government attorney, to meet other government attorneys in sister agencies that maybe I wouldn't otherwise see. But when we're all together at a PBA committee and section day, I get to see them and interact with them, and that has an incredible value to it. honest, I did not have any trouble getting buy-in from my office, and I am very fortunate in that regard. When I approached my chief and said, "Hey, I'm looking to attend this PBA event. Is that okay?" I didn't get any pushback. I didn't get any questions because my chief and my office, and I think the Office of General Counsel as a whole, really recognizes the value that PBA can bring to my career and the professional development that it can offer. So when I say that I would like to attend these meetings or take advantage of leadership opportunities, I've never met with any pushback because I think that there is a recognition that the PBA is a tremendous organization that really adds value personally and professionally. And also, too, I think that there's a recognition that I'm going to go to the PBA and be a cheerleader for OGC and for government attorneys. So it's a mutual benefit that I think is recognized. So no pushback, which has been really great. Sure. So the PBA has helped my work, my clients, and my work within the Office of General Counsel because of the committees and sections in particular. So within the government lawyers section, I'm able to meet other government attorneys who also work in the areas of law that I work. So within the Department of Agriculture, we're a smaller office and we each have a very specific practice area. But within the greater Office of General Counsel, we have a lot of attorneys who practice in the areas that I do. So if I go to, say, a government lawyers meeting and I can meet somebody in a sister agency who practices labor and employment or another sister agency who practices transactions, it's a great environment to collaborate and build a network of resources and individuals who I can go to with subject matter questions um, that really I couldn't have gotten elsewhere, and the PBA really facilitated that. So I think participation in the PBA really helped strengthen my work within OGC because it opened the door to resources that I wouldn't otherwise have. So I want to inspire young attorneys to get involved in the PBA by reminding them that my experience has with PBA has been one where I've observed that we rise by lifting others. And I think that everybody in the PBA has this recognition that young lawyers are the future of the organization. And so they there is a real interest in helping young attorneys grow within the organization, grow professionally. And so everybody within the organization is really interested in helping young attorneys grow and succeed. So if a young attorney is interested in joining the PBA, there's always somebody with their hand out to help and lift you up within the organization, and it is unmatched. It's such an empowering community and one that every young attorney should want to get involved in because it is just such a wonderful group. I've seen examples where my PBA membership led to different strategic partnerships because, again, within the different committee and section memberships that I'm involved in, I've got to meet leaders within the government sector that I wouldn't have otherwise met and interacted with, maybe outside from an email. So to be able to interact with those individuals in maybe a more casual way, or, sit across the table from them at a PBA dinner, or sit next to them at a government lawyers council meeting has been really beneficial because I have strengthened those relationships and networked with those that I wouldn't have maybe otherwise met you know otherwise. So it's been a really powerful way to strengthen those relationships. There is so much more to the practice of law than just sitting behind a desk and punching a clock and billing your hours. And while client engagement and being a zealous advocate is indeed such a huge part of it. Building your network and your relationships with the people who you may see across the aisle or with the bench, that has a tremendous value as well. And it makes for more well-rounded attorneys, especially young attorneys who are new to the practice and who are trying to basically be a sponge and take in everything and meet as many individuals as they can and be exposed to as many opportunities as they can. And the PBA is really a perfect outlet for those opportunities because where else can you meet attorneys from so many different areas of practice from all across the state, from the bench, from the bar, everything in between. I mean, it's really a perfect opportunity to become a well-rounded attorney, especially in your first few years of practice. So you're not just focused on your attorney work, it's strengthening your skill set as an attorney overall, which has tremendous value.